Hello everyone, I Aishwarya welcome you all to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. From remeasuring the height of Mount Everest to who all bagged the National Geosciences Awards for 2016. Well, we have many exciting stories in store for you, but first let's take a look at the headlines. Everest to be measured for the third time, GIS gears up. President honors the contributions of geoscientists, National Geosciences Award 2016 declared. Common plants with uncommon properties might yield tuberculosis drugs. Relax and rejuvenate. Novel therapeutic chair with double purpose. And in today's In Focus segment, we will discuss about water conservation, the related techniques and programs. Is Mount Everest shrinking? Well, we will soon have an answer to this as experts at the Geological Survey of India gear up to remeasure the height of Mount Everest. Well, the plan was announced as the Geological Survey of India completed 250 years recently. Well, the project to be conducted in collaboration with experts from Nepal will answer the question whether Everest has been shrinking following the massive earthquakes that hit Nepal.
The highest peak in the world. As of today, the height of Mount Everest, as estimated by the Survey of India, is 29,028 feet, that is 8,814 meters. India is the first country to measure the height of Mount Everest in 1855 when the peak was measured and declared the highest in the world under the guidance of the Surveyor General of India, Sir George Everest. The height of Mount Everest was measured again in 1956. Centuries ago, tectonic movements was what gave rise to the giant mountain ranges of the Himalayas. And now, centuries later, tectonic movements might be shrinking them as well. Yes, with doubts expressed by some sections of the scientific community that following the major earthquake in Nepal 2 years ago, Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, might actually be shrinking. Survey of India would soon undertake the daunting task of remeasuring the height of Mount Everest. The announcement was made recently on the occasion of the completion of 250 years of the Archaeological Survey of India. Their measurement will be carried out by the Survey of India in collaboration with the Survey Department of Nepal.
We are going to use two methods. By two methods we want to measure it. The first is that we are sending an officer up the Mount Everest with a GPS receiver where he will get a GPS height and then it will be corrected to give the exact height. Second thing is that we are also adopting ground methods on the same day. At the very same time we want to make an observation. The ground method, in the sense, we will set up theodolites in 2-3 locations on the surface of the earth, from where I can see the the Mount Everest. And this observation gives a trigonometric height of that particular place. So both the heights we can verify and come out with a better conclusion.
The project has been named Indo-Nepal Joint Scientific Exercise. Under the venture, researchers will undertake rigorous trigonometric measurements using GPS systems and theodolite process. The techniques will help measure the accurate height of Mount Everest. The Survey of India has already acquired the required internal approvals to undertake the expedition and is waiting for the approval from the government of Nepal. Besides clarifying the existing doubts, the measurement is also expected to aid many scientific studies.
On 12th of April, President Pranab Mukherjee honoured 26 scientists with the prestigious National Geoscience Award for the year 2016. Well, the scientists were recognized for their outstanding contributions in various aspects of geosciences. Well, the award, earlier known as the National Mining Award, was instituted in 1966 by the Ministry of Mining. So, who all bagged the awards this year? Let us see in this report.
The study of Earth and related systems has evolved as a major science in the recent years, and geoscientists have been, to a large extent, successful in unrevealing the many mysteries of Earth. Honoring the contributions of geoscientists of the country, the prestigious National Geoscience Awards for the year 2016 were presented recently. The awards were presented to the researchers by the Honorable President Shri Pranab Mukherjee at a function held at Rashtrapati Bhavan. While the team awards in the Mineral Discovery and Exploration section were awarded to Shri Chittaranjan Das and team of GSI and Shri Amit Soni and team of GSI, the individual award under this category awarded to Dr. Pradeep Kumar Nayak from CGW, Chandigarh. The winners under the Mining, Mineral Benefication and Sustainable Mineral Development category includes Shri Lakshman Singh Shekhawat, Hindustan Zinc Limited, Dr. Santosh Kumar Ray. The Young Scientist Award in Geosciences for the year 2016 was badged by Dr. Abhishek Shaha of CSIR NIO. The National Geoscience Awards has been instituted by the Ministry of Mines to honor the contributions of Indian geoscientists over the last 5 decades. These National Geoscience Awards have emerged as the most coveted recognition in the field of geosciences.
Turmeric, tulsi, neem, we all are familiar with these medicinal plants. But beyond these, there are several others which are being used not only in India but across the world today. Well, scientists are exploring the potential of herbal medicine and have claimed that some of the most common plants might be the cure to some of the deadliest infections like tuberculosis.
Herbal medicine, based on traditional knowledge, continues to be followed as a major form of therapy in India. People are often seen to adopt herbal medicines for their claim of least side effects and ability to cure chronic disorders. Following the lead of medicines like Resapine and Artemisinin, the recent years have also seen rigorous research in the area of herbal drugs for life-threatening infections. While WHO has drawn out an exhaustive list of medicinal plants used globally, researchers claim that cure for much dreaded tuberculosis may be in plants. In present scenario, the routine anti-TB drugs like pyrazinamide, rifampin, ethambutol, streptomycin has many side effects. To overcome these side effects, the herbal drugs are the best alternative solution. Based on previous studies, researchers propose that well-known plants such as acalypha, date palm, vasaka, onion, garlic and aloe vera demonstrates anti-tuberculosis action and may be used to produce anti-TB drugs. Various groups have conducted phytochemical studies on extracts from various parts of these plants to prove their anti-TB activity.
In herbal medicinal plants, we are taking the medicinal plant, extracting them from their various parts like leaf, roots, fruits, and after getting the extract in alcoholic extract or aquatic extract, we are doing the phytochemical analysis in the constituents of that extract, and after getting all the constituents of the extract is incorporated in the algae medium, and tuberculosis bacteria is grown on the medium to assess the anti-TB activity.
This innovative effort paves for the enrichment and indirect contribution in science and technology, along with a new and effective cure for TB. With further research, the study can open up new avenues, particularly in the scenario when TB bacteria is becoming resistant to existing antibiotics.
Whether we are at our home or office, you all would agree with me if I tell you that a comfortable chair makes much difference. And as far as older adults are concerned, a relaxing chair is more of a necessity than luxury. Well, a relaxing chair has now been made therapeutic by Gaurav Acharya, making the chair relaxing and rejuvenating. Wondering how? Well, more details in this report.
The usual day-to-day objects which we are so used to that we end up ignoring them are perhaps the most crucial. Ever thought of innovations in chairs? From households to offices, from parks to theatres, chairs are an essential entity everywhere, and over time their designs have undergone major modifications to make them more comfortable and user-friendly. But how about a chair which is not just a chair but also a swing and therapy? Yes, such an innovation model of chair has been designed by Mr. Gaurav Acharya from Gujarat. The chair caters to the need of both common man and patients suffering from gout.
स्पेशली इसका डिज़ाइन करने का हेतु ये है कि ज़्यादातर ओल्ड एज पीपल को, उनको जिनके पैरों में तकलीफ़ होती है, जिनको आर्थराइटिस होता है, जो लोग हैंडीकैप होते हैं, उन लोगों को रिलैक्सेशन के लिए अपने पैरों पे वो स्ट्रेस नहीं दे पाते इतना, तो उसी चीज़ को हमने ध्यान में रख के इसको पूरा कॉम्पैक्ट बनाया है, जिससे वो लोग आराम से झूला खा सके, स्विंग मूवमेंट खा सके और रिलैक्सिंग कर सके.
The chair, which looks like a relaxing armchair, works on the laws of motion. Once set into the motion using the handle on the chair continues to swing for a certain period of time, making the experience enjoyable for young and old alike. Besides, the chair has a provision for acupressure, which acts as a therapy for patients suffering from gout. The chair comes in two models, with and without acupressure, and are priced Rs 7,500 and Rs 8,500 respectively.
And now it is time to take a very short break here. We'll be back with more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our segment Science Express.
In a new discovery, researchers have found that Saturn's ocean-bearing moon Enceladus contains hydrogen. According to researchers, Enceladus contains hydrogen from hydrothermal vents, and along with the presence of oceans, presents an excellent condition resembling primitive Earth for the development of life. The discovery was made by NASA's Cassini spacecraft. In a major step towards ensuring equal rights to HIV/AIDS patients, the Lok Sabha passed HIV/AIDS Prevention and Control Bill 2017 on 11th April. The bill, which has been already passed by Rajya Sabha, aims to prevent discrimination against HIV/AIDS patients and ensure equal rights to the people affected by HIV and AIDS in getting treatment, admissions in educational institutions and jobs. NASA's images of Earth have been captivating us for years. Now NASA has released incredible photos of how our planet Earth looks at night. The global maps of Earth when it is dark provide the clearest patterns of human settlement across the globe. NASA's researchers have developed these high-definition pictures by analyzing the night lights data. The map clearly shows US, Europe, Egypt and India. Astronomers have discovered a second great spot on Jupiter. The spot, according to researchers, are the upper atmosphere and much cooler than the hot surroundings. Hence, the spot has been named the Great Cold Spot. The spot is a weather system which is continually changing in shape and size and formed by the energy from Jupiter's polar auroras. According to scientists, the spot is 15,000 miles across and 7,500 miles wide.
Increasing demand and scarcity of water has prompted measures to conserve water across the globe. Now, along these lines, India has been promoting the Integrated Watershed Management Program with much success. Well, under this scheme, many novel techniques have been developed to protect natural resources and conserve water. Well, with the implementation of Integrated Watershed Management Program, many of the dry states of the country are today benefited. A unique example being Rajasthan. Well, this will be the topic of our In Focus segment today.
Rajasthan, the land of complex geology and dry climate. But the sand dunes of Rajasthan carry the glorious history of royal Rajputs. The constructions that raised out of necessity here today stands as a legacy. Lack of rains and water resources in this region gave rise to a water harvest and conservation culture. A culture which gave meaningful connotations to common terms like lakes, canals and water tanks. The culture of collecting and conserving water provided food to the hungry and drinking water to the thirsty. This legacy from the past is today a rare and unique example of architecture for water harvesting and conservation. But with time, overexploitation of these resources and lack of conservation has led to barren lands, with farmers seeking refuge in crowded cities, leaving the familiar comforts of villages behind. But a ray of hope has dawned in the form of Integrated Watershed Management Program, a joint venture of central and state governments and NABARD. Under this initiative, water conservation was initiated once again. Integrated watershed management meant protection and population of these age-old water resources while judicially using natural resources. These steps were much needed for a dry and arid climatic zone like Rajasthan. With the aim of resolving the water crisis in Rajasthan, the Integrated Watershed Management Program was implemented under the aegis of NABARD. Under this initiative, committees were constituted at state, district, project and village levels. In the first level of work, the challenges were identified by going door to door and surveying agricultural lands. Public awareness and participation was ensured through scientific processes including GIS maps, satellite images and geographical data. Hence, people created the draft for their own development. Under the project, trenches were created in the slopes, ponds were dug and loose boulder dams were constructed on rain-fed canals. Afforestation was promoted to prevent runaway of rainwater along with creating temporary and concrete stop dams. These steps had multiple results. With water being stagnated, erosion of fertile soil stopped. and with moisture retained, plant life and agricultural lands sprang to life, underground water table replenished, and with abundant feed, animals prospered. The watershed funds were used to provide financial assistance to farmers along with landless women and laborers. Many self-help groups were created to help women become financially independent. According to the agreement between NABARD and state government, a fund of 76,020 crores were allocated in 2015-16 towards skill development, creation of employment, women empowerment, conservation of natural resources and financial assistance to the needy. An additional fund of 1,300 crores was also sanctioned. As of now, there are 65 water projects running in 66,825 hectares of land. The results of these water management programs are visible. Today, people who left their lands back are returning to them from cities. The deserts are green today, and the once parched lips have smiles. The songs of water bearers have returned. All this has been possible with the rejuvenation of traditional wisdom of water conservation and implementing them in the current scenario using scientific methods.
Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, keep watching Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific all the time. Thanks for watching.